Phase two a lot. The hover is probably one of the worst danced, taught figures in phase three. Because when you do a hover, one thing, hovering means rising up and standing there for a split second. Okay, if you have a hover bird or a hovercraft, it's not moving. It's up, but it's not moving, and that's what a hover is. So, when you do a hover, it's three-way changes, but there is that hovering up action on the second step. Okay, so our first step for our normal hover is going to be, you're going to be closed position. Remember that this is waltz, so you're always going to soften the knees before you ever move. Before you take the step, it's going down into the knees. He reaches forward, she reaches back. There's your first step of your hover. We're still down. Second step of the hover is not a rock to the side. And that's what you see 90% of the people on the floor doing. It is not a rock to the side. It is a forward step between partners' feet, rising to the toe, here, and fall over, because we're in slow motion. Okay? Slow motion is very hard, and especially for me on that foot, because I had surgery on my toes, don't work real well. So, we do our forward step here. Now, he's going to go forward, slightly to the side. It does go slightly to the side, but think forward between her feet, rising up, and then we're both going to turn just a little tiny bit, turn our heads, and step out to semi-closed position. Okay? Now, you notice when we're in closed position, you cannot put a slip of paper between us. That would help your dancing, because if you try to dance here, he doesn't have any control over what I do. I can do whatever I want. Okay? But if we're in a good closed position, he moves. I can feel it. I can tell it when he's going to move, which way he's going to go. I don't have to, I'm just feeling his body. So when we go into our hover, we both soften. 1, 2, 3. So 2 is where that hover comes in. And it is a rise, and it's a slight hesitation there. It's like almost waiting too long before you take the next step out. Almost, but not quite, because you want to make sure that you stay with the timing of the music. In actuality, is nothing more than a side close. That is a chassé. Side close. And it can go either way, side close. But you have to be sure to close on the chassé. Okay? The thing that makes the side close different than a chassé is the timing. If we do side close, even beats, 1, 2. When we do a chassé, it's 1 and. So it's the timing that makes the chassé a chassé. You're still doing nothing more than side close, but you're changing the timing to side close. So when we do a through step with our trailing foot, so we're going to step through, and we do a chassé it's going to be side close. And you notice we are facing our partner for that side close. And then we have an exit step that's going to take us to whatever position that they want you to end up into. So if we go to semi at the end of it, then we're just going to take a final step to semi. So you've got 4 weight changes through side, close, and your exit step to your position. 4 weight changes, 3 beats of music. Something's got to give to get all those 4 steps onto those 3 beats of music. So you're going to syncopate the chassé. So it's going to be 1, taking your through step, 2 and 3. So the chassé has to slide a little bit off from one beat and a little bit off from the other beat to make it work. So it's 1, 2, and 3. But when you're dancing it, you don't really have to end real close. If you just time it out, it's really a comfortable thing, and you don't have to worry about feeling like you need to hop and get your feet together real quick. It's 1, 2, and 3. So if we do a through chassé to semi, 1, 2, and 3. So you're not having to really do that real quick. It is putting it between beats, but you still get it. It still gets its own time to do that. 1, 2, and 3.